COPWATCH, policing the police every single day.
Say hi, Andy. I'm recording you.
Alright, you get the whole thing, right?
I got you.
Ocean City cops are not people.
Yes, they are. You know what's really criminal?
What's that?
Those knee-high socks.
I know, but that's what the brown shirts wore.
Freedom is being planted. They can't hurt anyone anymore for victims' crimes. Fallen law enforcement heroes honored by Florida's police and sheriffs along with Attorney General Ashley Moody. The Florida Police Chiefs Association, FPCA, and the Florida Sheriff's Association, FSA, are again this year designating the month of September to honor the service and sacrifice of Florida law enforcement officers killed in the line of duty in 2021. Sadly, this includes the growing number of those who have succumbed to COVID-19 while protecting our communities. We continue to raise awareness of the ongoing threat to law enforcement from COVID-19. Law enforcement officers understand their oath of service means sacrifice. Over the past 18 months, that's meant willingly exposing themselves to COVID-19 in the line of duty, and potentially exposing their families when they return home, said FPCA President and Daytona Beach Shores Public Safety Department Director Stefan Dumbinski. So far this year, 21 officers gave all and made the ultimate sacrifice with their lives, including 14 who died from COVID-19, which is more than last year at this time, said Dumbinski. Now, to honor and remember their fallen colleagues, the Florida Police Chiefs Association calls on all law enforcement to wear mourning bands the entire month of September and publicly salute the service of all fallen law enforcement officers in the state of Florida. Alongside our law enforcement partners, the sheriffs of Florida salute those who have lost their lives in the line of duty, said Levy County Sheriff Bobby McCallum, president of the Florida Sheriff's Association. We will never forget those who bravely served their community and gave the ultimate sacrifice. We look to the entire nation to join us in honoring these heroes throughout this September recognition. Attorney General Ashley Moody said, "It takes a special person to take the oath and wear a badge. When we lose one of these heroes, it wounds every member of Florida's strong law enforcement family. In Florida, we back our officers, and when we grieve together, vowing to never forget the contributions each and every one of our fallen officers has made to the safety and strength of our state." More than 220 law enforcement officers in the United States have died in the line of duty, including over 115 officers who succumbed as a result of COVID-19. Law enforcement officers serve their communities daily, and often are exposed to COVID-19 in the line of duty. They may expose their families when they return home. The FPCA and FSA are grateful for the sacrifice of law enforcement officers who protect those they serve, even at risk to themselves and their families. Sheriff Bill Prummell stated, "Each and every day, our law enforcement officers risk their safety as they patrol the streets of their communities. Now, in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic and its exposure, their families are also at risk. Let's stand together in support of these brave men and women as we honor their service and their commitment to our great nation."
Honoring a deputy lost in the line of duty. Lee County Sheriff's Deputy First Class William Diaz passed away early this morning from COVID complications. He's the second employee to die from the virus this month. Wake News reporter Brea Hollingsworth is live, and you sat down with the sheriffs today. Did he say anything about his vaccination policy, whether they want to mandate it?
Well, Lois, he won't go that far, but he did send a letter to his team encouraging them to get vaccinated like he did. He told me the deaths of not one, but 2 deputies due to COVID has hit him hard. 2 is not a good number at the Lee County Sheriff's Office. That's how many corrections officers have died due to COVID-19. 2 too many.
It crushes my heart that I sit here and talk to you about the loss of one of my family members.
Sheriff Carmine Marcino told me the deaths of corrections officers Stephen Mazzotta and William Diaz have hit him hard. Days ago, his office held a memorial for Mazzotta. Now, they'll soon do it again for Diaz.
His whole life ahead of him, 29 years old, and not that it's good at any age, but it's so young. So it really hits home.
Marcino told me he will not order his deputies to get the vaccine, but that does not mean he's not working to keep his deputies and especially his corrections officers healthy and safe.
In the jail, we do everything we can. We have a company that comes in. They spray the jail constantly to kill any kind of disease or COVID. If we have patients that are incarcerated, we isolate them so they can get treated, and that, again, we contain, so that it doesn't spread. I mean, we do everything we possibly can. We really do.
The Lee County NAACP tours the jail, and they believe the sheriff is doing everything he can for inmates.
What we found was that everything that is being said to us, we could actually see. We saw the quarantine quad. We also saw where it looked like inmates was trying to practice some type of social distancing.
Now, the sheriff told me COVID is an everyone issue. He says wash your hands, social distance, and get the shot if you can. In Lee County, Brea Hollingsworth, Wink News Now.